This is Kathy Biehl of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro-Insight for the week of July 22nd, 2019. A lot of people are collapsed on the floor in a fetal position. You may be one of them, and you probably know people who fit that. The onslaught of unavoidable structural change, of tectonic shifts, of the ground beneath our feet changing shape, all of that is so harsh, so unavoidable, so relentless, that it's been really easy to just collapse into yourself. We're getting our groove back this week. Reason to get up, to live, to look at the sunshine and go, I'm alive and I'm going to enjoy what time I have left. Seriously, reigniting our passions. And as the week goes on, finding our drive, our groove, our energy, our gumption, getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and more expansive and more energized. There are two major shifts into Leo mode this week, which is strut your stuff, be generous, go out and be gregarious, have a good time, dress up, wear pearls to the beach kind of energy. The sun moves into Leo on the 22nd, and Venus moves into Leo on Saturday the 27th, which will make all of our relationships, all of our social interactions more and more grand and expansive. As the week goes on, people are not going to want to just sit on their couch and stare and wonder what in the world is going on with their lives. They will want to be around other people. And as we get to that point, we become clear for a moment about what we value most, what matters most. Retrograde Mercury, the messenger god, has scooted back into highly sensitive, touchy-feely Cancer and meets up with Venus on the 24th. We could have expression of emotion. We could come to grips with things that happened in relationships long ago. This could have a very healing, curative impact. It might make it very easy to express things that have been bubbling up inside of you that you haven't. And there's a tenderness, a nostalgia, a sentimentality. On the plus side, there's also the possibility for being just a bit crabby, or personalizing things, feeling sorry for yourself. But with the rest of the fire going on, I'm betting that most people are going to actually express gratitude and appreciation for the people that they care for. If nothing else, on the inside, you're going to understand this. It may be that you don't actually pour the words out until Mercury goes direct and crosses this spot again in early August. Regardless, this moment of clarity, this understanding is part of the emotional rocket fuel that gets you going. Mars, planet of action, in fiery, dramatic Leo, is in cahoots with Jupiter, planet of expansion. You want one? Try for 10. Try for 100. Why hold back? This impulse colors the beginning of the week and becomes exact on the 25th. And it carries its own streak of clarity and empowerment. You may simply toss off the victim nonsense, the, you know what, I really am not in control nonsense, and take charge of whatever you can and just act boldly and go where you have never gone before. Adjustments may be necessary, a course correction may be necessary, working within limitations or avoiding walls or dealing with whatever the current structure is may be necessary, but that does not stop the push to move forward, catapulting us into what's probably going to be one of the most enjoyable weekends we've had for a long time. I encourage you, play, be with people, do things that spark your joy of life. Be like a child. Go back and do something that you were when you were a kid, which might involve something as simplistic as finger painting, splashing on the beach, splashing in the water, and even speaking with the openness and the boldness and the lack of filter of a child. The old rules are collapsing. People aren't honoring them. The structures of the world are shifting, and we don't yet quite know how they're going to turn out, where they're going to turn up, where we're going to go. So, sha-la-la-la-la-la, live for today. You lived in the present when you were a kid. You spoke whatever you wanted when you were a kid before adults beat it out of you. Go back to that. Go back to that. Let your inner child go on a rampage this weekend and have fun. Homing thought of the week. Am I going to die until I die or live until I die? I choose to live. Song of the week, Live for Today by the Grassroots, and the image of the week is lighting a campfire. You will find lots more about all this in multiple resources and tools at my site, empowermentunlimited.net. On the classes page, you can help yourself to talks about the Cancer Capricorn eclipses, the summer of 2019, it's called the June 2019 solstice talk, and what's up with the U.S., how things are reshaping for this country. In the shop, the guide to the retrogrades of summer 2019. And as always, you can sign up for my mailing list and book a session with me. There's lots of bonus content at patreon.com/Kathy Biehl, and I am deeply grateful to the people who are supporting my work there. Talk to you next week.